I'm here today to teach you a few basic self-defense moves. These are designed for beginners. It's also for, it'll be self-defense against someone grabbing you, either grabbing your arms or putting you in some chokeholds. The first one I want to show you today is how to break loose from a wrist grab. Someone comes up and grabs you. One of the first things you want to do is pull back. So you're like, please don't grab me, I can't get loose. This doesn't work because I'm pulling against his four fingers, and that's where he's strong. So what I want to do to put this to my advantage is I want to pull through his thumb, because that is the weaker part of his hand, is through the thumb. So he grabs me, we're kind of struggling, and I'm going to step back, and I'm going to turn my arm almost like elbow to elbow. If you'll see, that turns his hand so that it looks like I'm coming through where the thumb is and between the thumb and the fingers. So I'm going to come up, boom, and back. So I'm going to let Luke demonstrate that. Okay. Boom. You can almost hear him pop through my fingers if you listen. So you can hear it walk right through my thumb. The second one is the cross grab, and this is where the most important thing to remember about this is to go over top. If you go underneath, then I would be pulling against his four fingers again. Once again, that's where he's strong. We can't go through there. So we're going to go over top, and we're going to put our hands together like we're clapping. And then I'm going to bend my arm, and as you can see, this already puts his wrist in a bind. And I'm coming up across the thumb right here where he's weakest. So I'm going to pull out, and then I can follow up, of course, with an elbow or whatever technique I choose. So I'm going to let Luke demonstrate this one. The second two that I'm going to teach you is how to gain control of your attacker. I don't recommend this one unless you're a lot bigger than they are, because your goal is to get away, and to gain control of this person takes a lot of strength for you to hold them in this position. So, but some of you guys may want to use this at some point. The same side, I'm going to make a V with my hand, and I'm going to come right up where his wrist is. Okay, so he's got me, I make a V. Also, when you open your hand, you expand the muscles right here in your wrist, which makes your wrist a little bigger, makes it just slightly harder for him to hold on to you. However, he's a lot bigger than I am, so I don't know that that would really make a lot of difference in this situation. But the hand goes down, make the V, and then you're going to come over and turn him over. And then I'm going to use, I'm actually going to put his hand right here so that I can use leverage to press in. And if you'll notice, my fingers right here are in this wrist bone area, so that I'm locked in and it's hard for him to pull out. If I don't use this wrist bone to lock in, he can pull out. Then I'm going to use this to press in. And he's going to try to bend his arm, and when he tries to bend his arm, I'm just going to keep pulling down like this and moving back. You know, because if he bends his arm, and I let him bend his arm, then he can get out. Okay? So I'm going to let him demonstrate this one. Here. Over. And I'm trying to get him close to bend, and he's pulling back. Oh, and he won't let me. So tap out. Okay. Now the other one is for the cross wrist. Here. He has a, so he's going to grab me. And the same thing here is I'm going to open the hand. Okay. Bring it straight up, and this time I'm going to get the little fat part of his hand right here with my thumb, and I'm going to roll him over this way. So I'm going to roll him in this direction, and I'm going to apply the pressure this way. Let's, maybe this one we should turn around so they can see a little better. From here, we're gonna come up. I'm gonna grab the little fatty part of the hand, and I'm rolling him over this way. Once again, I'm staying right around this wrist bone where I've got good, I can lock it in, my grip. And I'm coming over. His pinky is up, and I am applying pressure with that pinky up. If I let his hand turn this way, he can wiggle out, or this way. I can't get pressure, he can get out. So that pinky has to be up. His pinky has to be up. So once again, let's demonstrate this one. Are we on the correct side? Okay, let's switch. Just so you can see a little better on the video. Okay. So, comes up. In. And over. And see how he has me, he can do me pinky up, the side one, pinky up, this way. Yes, that one. Good. Okay. Now the next two I want to show you is from Chokehold. Alright, from the front choke, he has a good choke here. And first thing I'm going to do is look down, because that increases the muscles right here, tightens it, and it protects the trach. So as I look down, I'm kind of tense. Then if you'll notice, if I just move my shoulder, all I have to do is move my shoulder. Even if we're struggling, I move my shoulder. If you'll see that, it kind of puts his hand in a bind right here. It already loosens the grip when I do this, okay? So arm's gonna come up, I'm gonna turn and down, boom, then follow up with the elbow. This one I'll let Luke demonstrate. Boom. Okay, the side choke, same thing. He's got you by your throat, okay? And the first thing you want to do is kind of tighten those neck muscles to kind of protect the trach. Okay, and he's got you in here. So what you want to do is you want to take this right leg and you're going to put it right behind his knee. If you can see, I got leverage right here with his knee. And then I'm going to slide my arm right up his back here. And we can be struggling. I've got my knee here that I can use. And I'm going to look for his nose. If you've ever had anyone put pressure right here under your nose, it hurts. So I'm going to come up and find his nose, and we'll put pressure here on his knee all at the same time. And I'm just going to go straight back. I'm going to straighten up, just like this. Ooh. Of course, in a real situation, he would go all the way down to the ground. That concludes our basic self-defense moves. I hope you enjoyed it.